the Nasty Boys either. They're going to be going against the team of John Paul and Ed Mattox in an expiration of time match.
John Paul and Ed Mattox weigh 430 pounds together. The Rock and Roll RPM, 454 pounds. And had he done that on the floor of the U.S. Senate, it would have been called a filibuster.
You're right. This one goes to the expiration.
There we go.
Referee Jerry Calhoun calls for the bell, and it's Ed Mattox starting against Tommy Lane. Well, you got to give Rock and Roll RPMs the favorites role, the heavy favorites role here. John Paul over in the corner and Ed Mattox, both relatively young wrestlers. John Paul with more experience than Ed Mattox. But they are going against a couple of rugged individuals. Mike Davis right now for the Rock and Roll RPMs.
I think the Rock and Roll RPM want to go home early.
Lane with a body slam on Ed Mattox.
Good move, Ed. Okay.
Yeah, real nice move to get to the corner and get to your partner. Keep the fresh man in there. Tommy Lane with a hip toss. Oh, got a head scissors on him. Couldn't hold it for very long, but long enough to break up the hold that Tommy Lane had and give John Paul a chance to get back on his feet. Back on equal footing. Well, not for long. Tommy Lane had a handful of hair there. Referee saw that and stopped it, however. John Paul off the rope. Nice rolling arm lock by John Paul, and Tommy Lane finds himself down on the mat. Rock and Roll RPM against John Paul and Ed Mattox. He pulled it tight. Double team back in the corner. Come on. Referee trying to get him to make a clean tag and then get out instead of hanging around and double teaming and choking. Tommy Lane back in. Snap suplex by Tommy Lane. John Paul bounced hard on his back. Jack, I don't like the tactics at all, but you can see the teamwork that the Rock and Roll RPMs have. It's the mark of a tag team that's been together a long time, not to mention a tag team that'll do whatever they think's necessary to win.
The rules of wrestling, I don't think they ever read them. If they did,
John Paul held in the corner back there while the Rock and Roll RPMs make the exchange after the tag. They're back on the rope. Upper arm. John Paul covered by Tommy Lane. 1, 2. John Paul able to kick out of it at the 2 count. Time winding down here, becoming a factor in this match. Tommy Lane hammers John Paul across the back as John Paul was getting to his feet. John Paul steps over. Tommy Lane down to the mat. He's trying to get to the corner, but he's a long way from the corner. And a tag on Ed Mattox.
Okay,
he got
Ed,
the tag. Side suplex by Tommy Lane. He leaves Ed Mattox over to the corner, tags his partner Mike Davis. There's the double up. This might be it.
Match is over.
It is. Count of 3. And the team of the Rock and Roll RPMs very happy with themselves as they get themselves a victory. Nobody can beat them, says Mike Davis, as they have won rather convincingly here over John Paul and Ed Mattox. 4 minutes, 12 seconds to time. We'll be back.
I want to make sure we get this in. All you fans of the King, look alive. Here's your boy on a great video. Watch.